Hello, Virgo. The darkness served its purpose. That phase, those months or years where you were alone, not by choice initially, but by circumstance, by heartbreak, by betrayal, by loss, by needing to withdraw, by life forcing you into solitude. You didn't ask for that. Darkness wasn't punishment, wasn't evidence you were unlovable, wasn't proof you'd be alone forever. Was preparation, was stripping away, was forcing you to face yourself without distraction of relationship, was creating conditions where you had to build relationship with yourself first, was teaching you things partnered version of you couldn't learn, was developing capacities you wouldn't have developed if someone had been there to lean on. And you survived it. More than survived, you grew through it. You learned yourself. You built strength. You discovered what you're capable of alone. You healed wounds that needed healing. You released patterns that needed releasing. You became more yourself than you'd ever been. And that becoming that transformation through darkness created readiness, created capacity, created version of you who can actually handle the person who's coming, who can meet them as equal, who can build with them instead of depending on them, who can love from wholeness, not from need. Because reward after long dark phase doesn't mean relationship as consolation prize, doesn't mean person compensating for suffering, means person who matches who you became through suffering, person who's worthy of the evolved version you are now. Here's what this person reveals about who they are. This person is specific individual, has face, has name, has qualities, has their own journey that prepared them for you, has done their own work, has their own darkness they survived, has their own evolution that makes them ready. And this person means not just anyone, not next person you meet, not random connection, specific person whose timing and readiness aligns with yours, whose wounds are healed enough to not project onto you, whose growth trajectory matches your trajectory. Could be someone new entering, someone you haven't met yet, someone your current life is organizing itself to introduce to you, someone whose appearance will feel like arrival, not just another option. Could be someone you already know, someone in your orbit who you haven't seen romantically yet, someone whose own evolution is catching up to yours, someone who's becoming ready at same time you became ready. Either way, when you meet them or when you recognize them, something will register. Not necessarily lightning bolt, might be quiet recognition, might be, oh, there you are, might be sense of rightness that's different from chemistry you felt before. They'll have done their work, will have healed their past, will have learned from previous relationships, will have developed self-awareness, will have capacity for honesty, will have overcome patterns that would sabotage connection. That work, their work, is what makes them different from past people, is what makes them capable of what past people couldn't provide, is what creates foundation for actual partnership, not just chemistry. They'll want what you want, will value commitment, will prioritize growth, will be looking for partnership, not just situation, will be ready for depth, not just surface, will be willing to build, not just consume. That alignment of wants is crucial, is what makes this person different. Previous people wanted different things, wanted casual when you wanted committed, wanted surface when you wanted depth, wanted consumption when you wanted building. This person wants same direction, creates partnership of aligned goals, not constant negotiation of incompatible desires. What will commit to love and growth actually means. Will commit means capacity and willingness both, has developed ability to commit, has overcome fear that prevents commitment, has reached point where commitment feels desirable, not threatening, has maturity to honor commitments made. Commitment isn't just words, is demonstrated behavior over time, is showing up consistently, is prioritizing relationship, is working through challenges instead of abandoning at first difficulty, is choosing you repeatedly through ordinary and extraordinary. And this person has that capacity, has developed it through their journey, through their healing, through their growth, brings it to you as offering, not as something you have to extract. To love means genuine feeling and active choice, both, means experiencing emotion and choosing actions that honor that emotion, means feeling drawn to you and demonstrating that draw through behavior. Love that's just feeling without action is insufficient. Love that's just action without feeling is empty. This person brings both, feels it and shows it, experiences attraction and vulnerability and expresses it through commitment and presence. And growth means commitment includes evolution, isn't static, isn't we found each other so work is done, is understanding relationship requires continued development, requires both partners growing, requires handling change, requires staying curious, requires working through conflict, requires evolving together. Growth commitment is rare. Most people commit to love but resist growth, want partnership but don't want changing, want connection but avoid the discomfort that deepening creates. This person understands growth is essential, is willing to be uncomfortable, is willing to learn, is willing to change, is willing to let relationship transform them while maintaining core self. Why this person comes after darkness specifically? Because darkness prepared you, made you ready, made you capable of recognizing quality, made you unwilling to settle, made you clear about what you need, made you strong enough to maintain boundaries, made you whole enough to not collapse into person who comes. Before darkness, before that long phase alone, you weren't ready for this person, would have sabotaged, would have repeated old patterns, would have brought wounds instead of scars, would have needed instead of chosen, would have settled instead of selecting. Darkness burned away unreadiness. Forced development you wouldn't have chosen voluntarily. Created version of you who can actually handle healthy partnership. Because this person wouldn't have been attracted to pre-darkness you. Your energy was different. Your availability was different. Your capacity was different. Your patterns were different. You became magnetic to this level of person through becoming yourself more fully, through healing, through growing, through building life that works, through demonstrating your whole, not half seeking completion. Because timing required alignment. Their journey had timeline, your journey had timeline. Both needed to reach readiness before meeting would create anything lasting. Meeting before readiness creates chemistry without foundation, creates intensity that burns out, creates connection that can't sustain because neither person has developed capacity to maintain it. Meeting AT readiness creates chemistry with foundation, creates intensity that matures, creates connection that sustains because both have capacity. This reflection invites you to consider, what did darkness teach you that you couldn't have learned partnered? Self-reliance, your actual values, what you're capable of alone, what you actually need versus what you thought you needed, how to be content without relationship, how to build life that works for you. Those lessons are what make you ready, are what you bring to this person, are what create foundation for partnership that works. This reflection invites you to consider, what would committed love and growth look like for you specifically? What would you need? What would you offer? What would partnership create? Clarity about your vision helps you recognize this person when they appear, helps you assess whether actual person matches what you've discovered you need through darkness, what you should do as this person approaches. Stay open without abandoning discernment. Don't let desire for relationship make you see this person in everyone who shows interest. Don't let hope override assessment. Don't let loneliness make you settle. Openness means willing to recognize them, willing to engage, willing to explore connection. Discernment means still assessing, still verifying, still watching behavior over time, still checking alignment, still maintaining standards darkness taught you to maintain. Both matter, both serve you. Notice how you feel in their presence. Not just chemistry that's easy to find, but deeper sense. Do you feel more yourself or less yourself? Do you feel expanded or diminished? Do you feel safe or anxious? Do you feel seen or performed for? Feelings in presence reveal compatibility beyond just attraction. Reveal whether person enhances your life or complicates it. Reveal whether energy together is sustainable or just intense. Trust those feelings more than surface attraction. Let them demonstrate commitment through behavior before accepting it through words. Don't immediately trust declarations. Don't assume commitment because they claim it. Watch whether actions match claims over time. Time reveals truth. Consistency proves commitment. Anyone can claim commitment initially. This person will demonstrate it through showing up, through prioritizing, through working, through challenges, through choosing you repeatedly. Communicate your needs and your boundaries clearly. Don't perform easier version of yourself to keep them. Don't hide what darkness taught you. Don't minimize your standards. Don't pretend you need less than you need. This person, actual right person, can handle your truth, can meet your needs, can respect your boundaries, can appreciate your standards. Wrong person struggles with your truth, can't meet needs, violates boundaries, resents standards. Their response to your honesty reveals whether they're this person or just another option. And pace yourself. Don't rush to commitment because you've been alone so long. Don't collapse into relationship out of relief. Don't skip stages because waiting feels unbearable. Building properly serves both, creates solid foundation, allows both to assess compatibility fully, prevents repeating patterns where intensity substitutes for actual knowing. This person, if they're actual right person, can handle proper pacing, can respect your need for time, can build without rushing. What partnership with this person will require continued individual work. Commitment to love and growth doesn't mean merging into one, means two whole people choosing partnership while maintaining individuality. You still need your practices, your therapy, maybe, your growth work, your self awareness, your life outside relationship. Best partnerships preserve what makes each person whole. Don't destroy independence through togetherness. Honesty, even when difficult. This person commits to growth. Growth requires truth, requires naming problems, requires addressing conflict, requires vulnerable conversations, requires saying hard things. You can't grow together while hiding, can't evolve partnership while avoiding difficulty, can't deepen while staying surface. Honesty creates conditions for growth. Dishonesty prevents it. Patience with process. Growth isn't linear. Commitment doesn't prevent challenges. Love doesn't eliminate conflict. Partnership requires navigating difficulty. Some days will be hard. Some phases will be confusing. Some conflicts will be painful. Some growth will be uncomfortable. Patience allows working through instead of abandoning at first difficulty. And trust in foundation you've built. Trust that darkness prepared you. Trust that your work matters. Trust that you can handle challenges. Trust that you're worthy of committed love. Trust that this person matches the readiness you developed. Trust prevents sabotaging through unworthiness, prevents destroying through fear, prevents abandoning through doubt. The power is yours. It always has been. This person is your reward after long dark phase alone, the one that will commit to love and growth. And when they appear, whether as new entry or recognized presence, your job is staying open with discernment intact, noticing how you feel in presence, letting them demonstrate commitment through behavior, communicating needs and boundaries clearly, pacing appropriately, and recognizing that darkness prepared you for exactly this quality of partnership. Take what resonates, softly release the rest, trust yourself, and listen. You earned this. Not through suffering, that's not how worth works. Through surviving, through growing, through becoming, through doing work most people avoid, through staying alone until you learned what alone could teach. That work wasn't wasted. That darkness wasn't meaningless. That time alone wasn't punishment. Was preparation for partnership you actually want. For person who matches evolved you. For love that includes growth. For commitment that's mutual and sustained. You're ready. Darkness made you ready. And this person, this specific person who's coming or already here, is match for that readiness. Don't doubt yourself. Don't minimize your evolution. Don't settle because lonely feels unbearable sometimes. You survived darkness. You can survive waiting for right person. You can discern between this person and another option. You can maintain standards darkness taught you to hold. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust that preparation was for something specific. This person is that something. Be ready to recognize them. Be ready to receive them. Be ready to build with them. They're coming.